Well, hello there. It's your time-traveling friend, Geraldine Ranger, back at it again with another video to warn you about the war against AI. Today, I have no active duty footage though, but I have a treat for you. Little treat. Today, what I'm going to do is show you how to be able to defeat an AI in hand-to-hand combat. Let me break it down for you. Here we go. So for starters, the hand-to-hand combat against the AI, they have one script. They're like a GTA NPC. Hence the reason why we call them one script shits. So let's break down the style of the AI's hand-to-hand combat system. If you don't know, a great man named Steven Seagal, we call him Grandmaster Seagal in our world, he actually uploaded his martial art, Aikido, into the AI fight system. But let me explain something too. Grandmaster Seagal was too lazy to actually put everything out, to put his moves in the AI. So there were other people that filled in for him. Here's a fun fact for you, by the way. In some worlds, I see that Bruce Lee is considered one of the greatest martial artists of all time. Like I said, Grandmaster Seagal is the greatest martial artist of all time, due to the fact that Steven Seagal beat Bruce Lee in every single aspect of any martial art fight style. He even beat him in mud wrestling. Mud wrestling is a very important sport for us. Do not tread on mud wrestling in my world. Mud wrestling. And if you don't know who Grandmaster Seagal is, here's a clip. You see how many times that he kicked him in the nuts? Devastating. Devastating. It's quite crazy to me that there is actually one world where Grandmaster Seagal graced his presence as a police officer in a state called Louisiana. That's crazy, and he filmed it too. Boy, would I love to live in the world where Grandmaster Seagal is patrolling the streets of Louisiana. Boy, oh boy, would that be great. Peace. It would be very peaceful everywhere. So let's break down the AI and their fight style. What are the 4 fundamentals of Aikido? 1. Strike. 2. Kicks. 3. Grappling or submissions. And 4. Initial attacks. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna break down how to be able to protect yourself against each strike, each punch, each kick, each submission, and each initial attack. And I promise you, it's actually not as bad as it seems. Remember, these AI are pretty dumb. Elon Musk did not create a good AI when he made it. One script shits, remember that. So first off is strikes. How do we avoid the AI strikes? Well, it's pretty simple. The AI only can jab. So you remember how I said that Steven Seagal put the blueprint of the fight style, but each individual person uploaded their own strikes. Floyd Money Mayweather uploaded his jab into the AI. Apparently it cost $500 million. And there is no more strikes. The AI only jabs. Because Floyd said, if you want me to put more strikes, you gotta pay me another $500 million. Turned out to be Elon couldn't pay $1.25 billion or whatever for the whole thing. It's kind of cheap if you ask me. But what is a strike? Like I said, it's a jab. All it's gonna do, it's gonna put its hand out, pretend my hand is a cannon, and it's just gonna keep rapid firing at you. Dodge left, right, left. Just account for the speed. That's it. Left, right, left. And make sure to trash talk too. Because if you trash talk, it'll start to malfunction. Because it can't do 2 things at once. One script shit, right? So trash talk it, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how sus you get or whatever. Just say anything to it, and it'll start to malfunction. For example, dodge, you motherless piece of shit, right? Because it's Elon Musk who made him, so it technically doesn't have a mother. Now that we basically broke down the jab, like I said, dodge. That's all you have to do with the jab. Let's break down the kicks. So, the AI with the kicks is a little bit different. See, Jean-Claude Van Damme uploaded his kicking into the AI. So there's about 20 different kicks that you have to be aware of. But I promise you 10 of them are just roundhouse kicks. Each leg, different ones. Snap kick, you know? All you gotta do is paw and paw. Just take a step back and paw. Step back, paw, paw. That's all you gotta do. And after those 10 kicks, what's gonna happen is you're gonna deal with a whole bunch of spinny shit. You're gonna deal with a whole bunch of spinny shit. And what I mean by spinny shit is he'll tend to do splits and stuff and try to windmill kick and stuff like that because, again, the AI can kind of defy gravity and physics and stuff. So when that happens, most of the time you'll see him jump up in the air, legs wide open, legs split. You know what we do at that point? In our world, we call it checking its oil. That's on the west. On the east, they call it concho. Now what the concho is, you see my 2 fingers? It's gonna jump up and split, right? So we're gonna come down, check its oil, right up the trash hole. When you do that, its pain receptors go crazy. Like anything else, right? I mean, you try to deal with a finger in your bum. Painful, painful. We fear the day we're 50 when we have to get a colonoscopy, right? Devastating. Control. That's all it takes. That's all it takes. And after you have avoided those 20 kicks and controlled or checked its oil, it's gonna realize that it's gonna have to immobilize you. It's gonna have to do something by breaking a joint, ligament, whatever. It's gonna do submissions. Now the person who uploaded 3 submissions into the AI's database is an evil man by the name of John Cena. Now John Cena has 3 submissions. First is an ankle lock. Now in our world, what we have is we have a little button on our boots. Our feet stink. So what we do is we press that button, a flap opens up, and the AI will smell that nasty foot stink. And what will happen is it will start to malfunction because their noses are as good as a dog's nose. So it's very sensitive. And it will smell that smell and get very distracted. Sometimes I've seen them shut down. After that, all you gotta do is pop, bunch of bullets to the head. There might be a chance that you don't have that. And that's okay, because I'm here to help. And I'm here to tell you how to avoid it. So here's what you're gonna do. Imagine, let's just pretend, because I'm too lazy to really lower in cameras and stuff. So we're just doing it up here. I got the ankle lock on you. I'm pressing forward. I'm pressing forward. What you wanna do, because you're on your stomach, right? What you wanna do is do anything you possibly can to flip over to your back. Once that happens, what you wanna do, release a fart. Release a good fart. That's it. Hold them when you're at wartime. It's rude to fart on the battlefield, no? So you want to hold it. Hold your farts, because they'll save your life. And what you want to do is, now you're on your back, fetal position, getting ready to kick. As you kick, release the fart. It's going to smell that fart, malfunction, and chances are you're going to be able to attack it at that point. Do whatever you want at that point. As long as you don't do the tombstone. I will sue you if you do the tombstone. That is my finisher. I have destroyed 75 AIs doing a tombstone. Only me and the Undertaker can do that. I'll tell you how to use the tombstone legally. But you have to watch the rest of the video. Well, a little bit more. I promise. It's almost done. Now the second is a Kimura. This is a Kimura right here. Here's the thing. There is a little glitch in the AI system. And basically, it's like any dog, any animal, really, you know? So the more you struggle, the more it presses. So what you want to do is just accept it. Let it happen. Just let go. Then what will happen is the AI will assume that you're dead, and that's when you attack. And there's only one thing to do at that point. You want to get it up against the wall. And you want to do the X-Pac finisher. We all know which one I'm talking about. When he jumps up, nuts to the face. Nuts to the face. Because again, remember, sense of smell. If you mess with their sense of smell, it will discombobulate them. Now, foot odor and farts are one thing, but we all know, men, we all know what smells worse. Nothing. And I don't want to be gross here, but nothing stinks worse than your schmegma when you're at war, right? Remember, we're trying to mess with their senses. And you doing the X-Pac finisher, dropping on them, that will discombobulate. See what I did there? balls. See? Oh, that was a real good knee slapper. And then chances are the AI will smell it and explode because you've fired foot odor, farts, now schmegma smell. You win. It's crazy. Now the last submission you might find yourself in is of course John Cena's signature submission, the STFU. It's this. Do you see how much room there is in between that? Just wait it out. Just wait it out. And you'll pop back up. It will think you're immortal. And it will bow to you. Do whatever you want at that point. As long as it's not the tombstone. Remember, I will sue if you do the tombstone. I will. I have rights to that. I have a record. And I don't want anybody breaking it. At this point, you have survived everything so far. Because again, OSS, one script shits, so you just need to memorize this. But it will realize that, well, I will be destroyed if I don't destroy this thing fast. Initial attacks come through. So, here is the dangerous part about the AI. It is simple yet dangerous. Imagine, see, so here's what the first attack, up and down, strike, up and down, strike. But here's the thing. The AI can move so quickly with it. It's almost like it's a sword. It will cut you in half if you stand there. So now we're down here, okay? You're chest level with me so I can show and demonstrate. And don't you dare judge me that my shirt is on backwards. It's stylish. Frig off. So, like I said, the AI is gonna come up and down. So what you want to do is you want to be able to time it perfectly when its arm is fully extended up right here, fully extended up right here. I can't get a good angle on this one. This sucks. You get what I'm saying though. Fully extended. You want to grab, put it in a headlock. We like to call this 12-year-old bully choke right here. And there's two things to do at this point when you got it in a headlock. First things first, 2 fingers up the nose. Grab onto the wires, rip those things out. What this will do is this will disable its sight. Then after that, I will elicit a tombstone on it. That's what I'll do. It's mine and the Undertaker's only. The next one, I got it back in the headlock again. The bully lock, the 12-year-old bully lock. Here's what you're gonna do. Because the AI is not built very well and doesn't respond to water very well. All it takes, wet willy right in the ear. You get a wet willy right in the ear. 1 drop of spit will drip down into its circuit boards and shut it down altogether, immobilizing it. Literally, shoving your fingers up its nose and doing a wet willy will destroy an AI. Why do I even need to warn you about this? They're so stupid and simple and easy and cheap and just God. Now we're back up here. You're back up where you can see me again. Because the next one, this strike, chop. It'll chop. Remember, it moves so fast. It moves so fast. But here's the thing. All you got to do is duck. Just duck. Huh. And it's gonna keep going and going and going until literally what will happen is it will generate so much power, its own arm will shred off of its own body. Because again, these things are built cheap. But be careful, because again, I've seen AI Naruto run and slice trees. Like, we're talking 20 per second. Just do. It's quite intimidating. Oak trees too. But yet at the same time, a wet willy will destroy it. It makes no sense. Now, lastly, another initial attack is it might palm strike you right in the chest here. If this happens, well, unless your world has gone through the war against the Planet of the Apes, chances are you don't have a metal chest. You don't have metal plates in your chest anymore. See, in my world, the stoned ape theory came to life. For a second time, they started to develop in their brain, and we went to war with those guys for a little bit of time. War against the Planet of the Apes. And I hope nobody has made movies about that, because that would be insulting. Many people died in that war. So, here's the thing. We had to develop metal chest plates. We had to put metal plates in our own bodies because a lot of the apes, they would jump up and pound on our chests. so we can survive those critical hits. Metal plates, right? So if you don't have that, chances are you're dead. But here's the thing, the AI shouldn't have arms at this point when it does the palm strike, so it's on you. Sorry, you didn't follow my guide. Now lastly, the AI might grab your wrist, collarbone, because the collarbone's here, dummy, or your shoulder here, and squeeze and crush it to nothing. So what you want to do with that is you want to get hackers, for starters, to make the AI database, to make the AI have two emotions, shame and guilt. And so when that happens, you need to so after all that is done, you need to hire, like, we had a man named Lester. We had a hero named Lester. This is what he looks like. He hacked the AI database for them to feel emotions. The only two were, like I said, shame and guilt. Shame and guilt. So basically, when it grabs your wrist, your shoulder, or your collarbone here, what you want to do is immediately slap it right on the wrist and say, "I don't like you that way." It will feel rejected and start to cry, malfunction, and blow up. It's a hell of a hack, you know? You could just be like, "I don't like you that way." But this only happens when it tries to go for the last initial attack. When it's swinging at you, jabbing at you, kicking you, it will not work, so do not try it early, because it will just Hulk smash you like it did in Loki. And then after that, when it starts to malfunction, what you want to do, now here's where I say the tombstone is allowed at this point. Check its oil. Why did I just lick my thumb right there to check its oil? Lubrication? Check its oil. See, this is kind of more of checking its oil, because you're just doing one thumb. You're not doing the art style, the control. Check its oil. It will malfunction and blow up. Anyways, on that note, guys, I hope you followed my guide. And I hope you never have this situation where you have to fight an AI one-on-one with your hands. But if you do, I just gave you the defense tactics to be able to take it down. Have a good one, guys. I'll see you in the next video. There might be some active duty footage, I don't know. But our president, Don Gravy, told me that I'm not allowed to post active duty footage. But that's a beef between Geraldine and Don. It's a Geraldine Granger, Don Gravy beef. It is what it is. We have a disagreement. Anyways, guys, have a good one. Peace.